Dragons. What's going to become of Damon? Is Rhaenyra done with that ass? We'll discuss that. Did y'all know that Corlys got a love child? Oh, yeah, we're going to discuss that. And did the war just get set off? All that starts with a wonderful panel that knows this show up, down, left, and right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that full. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What's up, YouTube? All knowing I love, and I can't do my whole little stick because that slicing of the kid just hurt my damn feelings. Lord have mercy. So let me go ahead and bring in the panel to uplift my day. Joining me first and foremost, when you need a diva, you get Nita. What's up, Nita?
What's going on, Lamont? Hey, everybody.
How are you feeling today?
Great, especially discussing my favorite show. So I'm here.
Nita, Lord have mercy. Nita, boy, Lord have mercy. Let me put this back on the screen again. Look at that shit right there.
Yes.
Look at the little innocent King Jaehaerys. Look at him, heir to be.
I know.
A little thing, and boy got his guts destroyed while she in there getting her back blowed out. Should I say when she in there riding the pony? There riding the damn pony.
Surfboard.
I got so much to say about that, but let me just give out the shout outs. Everybody, please be sure to join Nita. Her link is in the video description. She puts out great content. And be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, download the podcast. And then if you guys want to go and support Shop Life Games, you can go and get that Jasmine Crockett shirt. It is still in there. B to the 6th power. Let's jump on into it. So we got to just start from the beginning, Nita.
Yes.
The title of this episode was A Son for a Son, right? Son for a son. So they were setting us up for what was going to happen in this episode. And I think we'll just go ahead and start with the son for a son. Now, let's talk about how they messed up. Because Jaehaerys is not who they were supposed to have got.
The babies are off limits.
They was not supposed to get Jaehaerys. Them dumbasses, blood and cheese, they were supposed to have went and got Aemon Targaryen. And so we arrived to this moment because they couldn't find Aemon. And instead of taking out Aemon, because they couldn't find him, they decided to go in Helena's bedroom. She points to Jaehaerys, which I got questions about that, Nita, but we'll get there in a minute. And they commenced to just chopping up this boy, and the sound of him getting sliced up, Nita, made my skin crawl. Yeah. Talk to me about blood and cheese fucking up royally and killing Jaehaerys.
Yeah, they really, the thing was, I felt like they didn't want to go back empty-handed. They didn't want to go back empty-handed. So I'm like, no. But I still feel like the kids should be off limits, baby. Let's talk about the scene. I thought the scene, based on the material, I thought the material went way more harder than this particular scene went when we brought it to screen. When we brought it to real life to screen, I felt like they did us a solid. They didn't want to show the graphic nature of what was going on, but we did hear it. So that was traumatizing enough. But I felt like it could have went harder. But where's the security? Well, we know where the security at. The security over there getting rolled royally. Getting rolled royally as one of the kids' heads is getting cut off. Come on.
Oh,
that was bad. Hey, Moochie.
Hey.
What's up, Mooch? How you doing in here today? Hammer, how you doing?
I'm okay.
How did you feel about episode 2 of House of the Dragon episode 1, season 2?
It started off kind of, it started off kind of slow, but even though I thought it was good. I thought we was gonna get more out of Blood and Cheese.
Okay.
I thought we was going to see. I thought it was gonna be more because compared to the books and stuff like that. But other than that, even though Rhaenyra didn't say anything, she said a lot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like she did a good. Just her emotional play was a chef's kiss.
Yeah.
She all of that happened. She only said one word through that whole episode. She only said one line through the whole episode, and it meant everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
The actress portraying Rhaenyra, she might get an Emmy for this. Absolutely. She might get an Emmy for this show because she was definitely on a emotional roller coaster, and you could feel it. But Moochie, Blood and Cheese, you don't think they did enough? They dumbasses, them bumbling fools. They were supposed to get Aemon, and they come in here and they get Jaehaerys.
They couldn't do anything right. I think they made it. Now you done took it to the 10th power. If we was on DEFCON, would it start at 4 and then the 1 or whatever, or vice versa? We on that last one before it's like it's like where everything's coming out. You bring it out to your arsenal now.
Yeah, them dudes. First of all, they're gonna have to go underground because they're gonna have a death sentence. Yeah. Now the thing about Blood, on the other hand, you remember he was with the Gold Cloaks with Daemon, and he didn't care for Team Green in the first place.
Yeah, he was like F him. So when he when he had to do his little ghost thing with the hoodie and whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all about to be in trouble. Y'all about to be in trouble because nobody knows this story, the source material, better than this lady I'm about to bring on the show. She even uses the name of this show in her social media. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to the world who will break down the dumbass named Blood and Cheese and messing up, getting the wrong kid. We bring you Dracarys.
Yeah, we back.
What's up, Lex?
What's up, Lex? How you doing?
What's up?
Listen. The night is dark and full of Daemon. I love it.
Oh, Lord. Now, Lex, before I let you pontificate, let me bring in another sister that knows this lore like no other. She normally comes in here with the gown, with the hair and all that, but the sister got to work, okay? She got to get her coins, all right? It's off hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the lady of us all, my sis, Miss K. Milady, how you doing today, Milady?
Bala Magules. Hi.
Oh, Lord, geez.
Can y'all hear me good? Because
we can hear you.
This thing be going in and out. I only got 10 minutes for y'all.
Okay, well, Lex, if you don't mind, let me let her go first, so we can let her speak her piece and get out of here. So, Kay, we are talking about how Blood and Cheese just messed up, dropped the ball. They're supposed to showed up to get Aemon, and they messed around getting Helena's room. Helena pointed at Jaehaerys, and they killed a cute little cuddly baby who had no business being at the small council table in the damn first.
Right.
Drop it on us, Miss K.
Oh man. Okay, so first of all, I know a lot of people were like kind of talking about the difference between the book and this and that, and like how it was way more horrific in the books. But to me, it's kind of like, do y'all really want the red wedding action when it comes to a child being deleted? Like,
I think they do, Miss K.
I understood why they did it.
Miss K, I think they do, but here's my issue with people that say that shit. You don't want the real red wedding action of how this fucking country got started with slavery, but you want the fictional red wedding action. But anyway, let me mute my damn self because I'm
So I'm saying, yeah, here's the only change that I didn't like, because I was very disturbed by the cutting, the sound of the cutting and the slicing. I was very disturbed by that.
I think that's all you really needed.
Yeah, exactly. The part that I wish they would have kept to the book with, because I don't mind any of the changes, but the part that I wish they would have kept was the fact that Alicent was actually there, right? Right, Lex?
Yes.
Alicent was there. Instead, she was freaking knocking boots with their freaking Sir Kristen Cole.
Kristen Cole, yeah.
So, I'm just like, what? I mean, and honestly, with this whole scene when she went to go find her mom, I was waiting for her to let out the most devastating scream. Yeah. But she just went in the room and was like, they killed the boy. They killed the boy. Like, it was just like, it was weird action to me. I guess she was, I mean, she's always been kind of, she's strange.
Yeah. They want her. They're trying to play up Helena's weirdness, and she has the vision. She had another dragon dream this episode, and then she kind of had that vision of blood and cheese and what was going on. So I think they're playing her up to be 3 sandwiches short of a picnic in the park. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. So is it okay for me to talk about her mother riding the pony girl?
Surfboard.
Please.
Exactly. The surfboard action was pissing me off. Look, I'm not here for the romance, because I feel like they are living hypocrisy at its best. Like, this chick, Alicent, was pissed and hated her best friend for years because she was free to get her groove on. And now all of a sudden you getting your stuff, licked and all this and that with the same dude. And then the thing that pisses me off too is that this is the whole reason why Sir Kristen Cole hates Rhaenyra. It's because it's because, oh, you messed with my honor, this and that. Like, you think I'm gonna be your little side piece. So I guess what? So for me, I thought your honor was about you wasn't supposed to have sex with your, the person that you over here, protecting. But I guess you really just didn't want to be nobody's side piece, because now that the king is dead, he over here is slipping and sliding with Alicent.
Whoa.
Like, I'm not here for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 dragons on the show, y'all. We got Lex the Tardragon, and then we got Miss K the dragon. Boy, already early.
I'm not here for it. Like, I don't. And then we see, like, in the episodes to come, we see them still trying to get a little hot and heat. Like, yo, y'all need to keep your heads on a freaking swivel. Nobody got time for that. What is wrong here?
Wait a minute. What, Miss K, golly.
I'm with her. I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right.
I got it, Miss K. Look, I got to get Lex in on this conversation, because boy, you said a lot. So Lex, let me lob the pass to you like this. Now, Lex, I am not Team Green, because what I'm about to say might sound very Team Greenish, okay? But it's not like that. And Miss K, I'm not. So don't y'all think that I'm jumping ships. But what I will say, somewhat in Alicent's defense, and why she's the good girl going bad now. She's the black ass Rihanna on the show. She's good girl going bad. Think about what has happened to her. She done gave up these children, right? She done got these children. She can't control them, neither one of them. The king is not listening to her nor the hand. Aemon is talking shit about her. Her best friend done left. She has no duty. She has no purpose. And now she's gone bad because she feels like she has no purpose. So the only purpose she has now is to spend on Sir Kristen Cole's penis. And Sir Kristen Cole is the damn simp, because Rhaenyra dissed him and said, I'm not running off in the fucking islands with your dumb ass. Why would I do that for? And so does that not give you a little sympathy, Lex the Targaryen, for little Miss Alicent, the good girl gone bad that lost a grandchild?
No.
Oh, Lord.
No. Did you think I was gonna say yes? Have you
Yes.
not been paying attention? No.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. No, it does not give her leeway because it just makes her more of a hypocrite than she already is.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
you was mad at Rhaenyra, but you doing what she do. Like her problem is she want to be Rhaenyra. Let's keep it a stack. It's
That's
imposter
right.
syndrome. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you got my leftovers, cool. You got my dad, cool. Alicent she's a bird. And this just proved how hard she willing to flap them wings or legs or feet.
Mm.
And did y'all peep little cripple getting kind of upset, talking about something I came by your chambers and you was
Yeah.
He was
occupied.
free to
He out
disclose.
here eating one and popping it on the other. Hello?
Lex,
Yeah.
Like,
let me say
where
something
y'all
about.
at? This y'all leader?
Let me say something to you, Lex, about Lord Lickerleg and Lickerfoot. Look, as much as we're gonna bash Lord Larry's Lickerfoot, he did drop 2 pieces of knowledge in this thing, Lex. Then I give it back to you. He knew what the hell she was in that room doing. He knew that.
Mm-hmm.
He's killed up all the spies, so they don't have no more little birdies that's running back telling Rhaenyra nothing in the realm. And he just got himself the handship. He taught her daddy right out of the handship to little Aegon, hey, we're gonna have to deal with foot fetish. But oh Lord have mercy. The fire, the damn dragon done burned out her internet. So Miss K, let you hop back in and talk about Lord Lickerfoot till Lex gets back in here. Oh, here she is. Never mind. Okay, let me see if I got you. All right, go ahead, Lex.
Personally, the whole situation is a mess. He's upset. He's still trying to appease her. It's just like everybody is fighting over Alicent, which is ultimately what she wanted in the beginning. Once again, Rhaenyra Seed. She's a sick one. And the fact that you out here sleeping with this man is really crazy when you think about it, because this is what broke y'all apart. This man right here, like it baffles me, to be honest. It really does baffle me. But I tell you what,
Seriously.
everybody sleep on Helena, which is beyond me. She done said the boy had to lose an eye. She said she was scared, and that's why Helena didn't like scream or anything, because she knew it was gonna happen already. It's just like, you ever had that full circle moment where you could complete somebody's sentence or something happens,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, oh, you're not even shocked because you knew some sort of way.
And
You
said
walked
the
in
thing
on your
about the
mother
rats.
sleeping with her Kingsguard.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. She knew it was gonna happen already. Helena the smartest one there, and they be not paying attention. But that's because they not real Targaryens. All of them little bastard Targaryens. So it is what it is. Y'all heard what Viserys said. Rhaenyra is his only child. Y'all heard what he said.
He said that. He did say, but Lex, don't you feel like he had a special place for Helena? A little bit?
No.
Yeah, nah, Helena is the only one I do feel bad for, because
I didn't see it with
her teeth
Viserys.
already is off her cracker. You know what I'm saying? And
So-
people don't understand her, and she could have prevented a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
So
But look.
Helena is the only one that I feel bad for.
Yeah.
But look at how really smart people who own the spectrum are in real society. Like, you have these fucking autistic kids that see things, know things, can put things together, but because they're so weird, we don't give them any credence. I mean, you can almost say she's like the 3-eyed raven. You know, he was weird as fuck.
Now wait now. Too much dip on your chip. Too much dip on thy chip.
Oh Lord.
What now?
Yeah, look, let me let the other ladies get back in on this thing. Moochie,
What?
Yes.
Moochie, how are you feeling about Alicent? Do you have any sympathy for Alicent? Just a little bit, because you know when people get stressed, we want to do things to make
I
us
don't have
feel
none
good.
for her, because the ultimate betrayal she did. It's just like, once she did what she did, it's no coming back from it to me. From once she did the thing with the father, that's your best friend. So it's just like, I already had a problem with that, and it's no coming back from that. Like, we going, like, the line is marked in the sand, and don't cross it. We done.
Nita, you the last chance of Lamont's Angels. Any sympathy? Any sympathy for Alicent? I'm trying to pitch the green team some meat here. Nita, can you help me out a little bit?
young Allison, I did, but this Allison, no,
Okay.
absolutely. She has evolved into someone who is unforgivable. Like, she really has done her big one. And you know how when people do things and they think that they're better than other people and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That is what, you know, like how we always say, people are F-boy, but they think they, you know, they're a good guy or something like that. No, she is sitting up there lighting flames in the set, praying for Luke and all that stuff. No, girl, keep your prayers. Keep that holier than thou mess. Keep it. I don't want it.
What?
I don't want it. She did
Let
too
me tell
much. She did too much this episode. Absolutely, this episode.
Let me tell y'all something.
He has some
You're
slick
not
stuff
gonna
to say too.
Y'all
Sorry,
not
go ahead,
gonna go
Lamont.
anywhere. Y'all not gonna go anywhere and get a more vibrant debate about this show, and educated at that. You know, I think we are the #1 Black content creators talking about Game of Thrones. Okay, and I know it's a lot of y'all out there, and I love all y'all, but we're a step above. Miss K,
now. Yes, sir.
let me. I got something for you, Lord of the Seven Realms. I got something for you, because Allison is not the only one who was getting busy in her history of the show. Corliss was getting busy.
Oh yeah.
And we got a chance to meet his son Alan Ho, who saved
bastard
when he was out to sea. So tell us, educate us, enlighten us on this bastard son and what the future of this show.
I think I might be losing you because I didn't hear you that good just now.
I basically said, just tell us about Alan Ho and his relationship with Corliss and what you see them doing on this show with it.
I think he's supposed to be a rider eventually. A dragon rider.
His brother is the dragon rider. His brother's supposed to be the one that's sitting at the court right now with the green team is supposed to become a dragon rider.
But remember, I think the Blacks have the most dragons,
right,
and the most riders. So I mean, and I don't really want to go off because sometimes I forget and get confused with all the details of the book because I haven't gone over in a while. But so I don't really want to go by it. So I'm just trying to guess because as we can see, they are taking liberties, which I'm totally fine with because I don't like spoilers. But I feel like he might be. I mean, the closer he gets to him and everything, I definitely see him being enlisted in the army of the Blacks. Okay.
The Blacks. Yes, we love the army of the Blacks. Okay.
Yes,
we are the Blacks.
The literal. Yeah.
and Moochie, I'll swing to you your direction, Moochie. When you saw this, did you have any idea that this was one of his love children, other than the fact that he mentioned how this man saved him? You knew they was going to do something with this man's character, because look at this dude. If this dude was being sold at the slave auction, he's going to be a #1 draft pick. This fucker is huge. He's bald. He's black. He's strong. And damn it, obviously he can swim. And that is very un-Negro-like. So take the floor, Moochie.
Colin, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry, Moochie, because I got to. A lot of times they're bald. Whenever you see them bald like that, is because they're trying to hide that silver hair.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah.
That was my
anytime. Yeah, anytime you see somebody bald, you might start thinking Targaryen, Valerian, like that. It's a secret. They trying to keep it a secret. So they going bald.
Okay, look, I was going to throw that curveball at Nita, but I'm glad you got it out the way, because that's a big one. Like that is a huge component to this show in trying to decipher us Black folks on this show and our hair color. So go ahead, jump on in there, Moochie. Good one, Miss K.
But that's the only way he could be a rider if he has Targaryen blood. So once said that, I put 2 and 2 together, like he's in relations to them.
Yeah, I think in the book somebody wasn't. I don't know. There's a lot of theories going on, but just whatever. I feel like it needs to be a dragon seed. But they have said that there's some people that actually weren't, or one or two people that actually weren't.
Yeah.
But
And the
we'll see.
showrunners, Lord, Anita, I'm gonna give it to you. The showrunners have already said, Miss K, that there was so much that they're having to plow through that they couldn't get. Some things they just had to cut. Like there's like some deeper backstories they had to cut, which frustrates me as a fan, because why are we only getting 8 episodes when you could have fleshed out some of that stuff and made it 10 episodes? Hell, fuck it. Go back to when I was a child in the 80s. Make it 24 episodes. I mean, you could do that, especially with a story
Like
this
this.
rich. Yeah, but having said that, Nita, what was you thinking when you saw this scene and him just rolling up on a brother that saved him?
Oh my God. Why Miss K just blow my mind? Why I was like, what? And I should have known it, because you remember when Lenore left, he cut his hair.
Yep.
And it never correlated. It never correlated. So, and yeah, he got that chocolate skin just like him, and that stance that he has. Definitely. I just thought Corliss wasn't like that. I didn't think he was out there dipping it and spreading it. You know, I wanted him to be a good man, Savannah. I wanted him to be
you.
Come on.
I thought I was here for Uncle Corliss.
Some chocolate.
Right.
Wait a minute.
But it was 6 years. He was gone for 6 years, y'all. So
yeah,
he was gone for 6 years. He had to get his carrot wet somehow.
Thank you. I was about to say I hate to ruin some people's ideas, but y'all really think them dudes in the military that be on deployment after deployment is hand fighting? With what? I can just tell you they're not. And then when you go to certain countries, the rules that we have here is so lax. You can go make 50 babies and you ain't gonna be accountable to none of that shit. Okay.
Wow.
And so this man was out to sea. Now, how is his wife going to behave when she finds out about this? What do you think? Or do you think she already knows?
Like Cat.
Right.
just like Catelyn from Game of Thrones, how she treated Jon Snow. Same thing.
I can see. I mean, I feel like I really admire her. I feel like she's a different woman than Cat, but I could see what you're saying because of how she treated the grandkids. When she knew that them grandkids weren't hers, she didn't treat them warm like she did the girls.
Right.
And it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, if your son knew that they were his kids and he was called, I mean, they don't really know about the pact that they had, but if your son was okay with it, girl, you need to let it go. And the kids didn't have nothing to do with it. She was
nothing. The kids is always innocent in these situations. It's the adults that make these decisions, and then we decide that we want to use the kids in our game of war in the chess moves. The kid's going to be the pawn and get hurt. Okay, and that's what they've been doing. Miss K, I know you're going to be going in a few minutes, so I'm going to start with you on pretty much all the ones we got left, and then me and the other crew will finish it off on the back end. How did you feel about the introduction of Cregan Stark? And he gave a line, Miss K, that just told me he gave a line that told me everything I need to know. And I'm going to paraphrase it. He says something along the lines of, they hold the North. This wall was built 700 feet tall because there's something more dangerous than dragons and kings on the other side of the wall that is death. And something along the effects of the dragons is scared to take their ass on the other side of the damn wall. Talk to me about that. Miss K, look,
go ahead.
Miss K, if a dragon ain't trying to go across the other side of the wall, what the hell is on the other side of that wall?
So, from my understanding, there's some type of spell or like encryption inside the wall that keeps the White Walkers from crossing. Right? They won't come past it. That's the reason why we saw in Game of Thrones, the Night King took the dragon down to tear the wall down, and that was how they were able to cross over. So that's why the dragons won't even cross. From my understanding, is anything that has to do with magic cannot cross the wall. And that's even why Benjen Stark couldn't. because he was like in this weird place between like purgatory, I guess, like life and death. You know what I'm saying? If y'all remember the whole thing with Benjen Stark. So he kind of was like, he wasn't turned all the way, but they used some type of magic to keep him alive and stuff. So he wasn't going to be able to cross the wall either. So with that all being said, I loved him saying that, like, did you think that my ancestors built this wall like that to keep out, you know, basically wildlings? I think he said savages, but he's talking about the wildlings, I believe. And he was like, no, it was to keep out death. Okay, so I would have just go back to I feel like I almost want to cry because y'all know how much I love Game of Thrones. And this moment gave me like the greatest nostalgia ever. Great Game of Thrones type vibes. I almost felt like we were entering into like a reboot of Game of Thrones. I was like, oh my gosh. They had the Stark music and everything going. I was like, oh my gosh.
The sword.
Yes, and ice. I was like, are you kidding me? I was so excited. Like, I'm sorry.
K,
I know it's probably to some people it's corny, but I'm sorry.
No.
Yes.
The elevator. Not only that, do you remember when Jon Snow, first stepped at the very top of the wall and looked down?
Looked over,
did that same scene, man.
Yep.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. And I loved Cregan Stark's voice. Like, he has the North, you know, he has that same sound. Of course, they're supposed to sound like that, but it just gave me so many good memories. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I loved it. I just loved it. And the whole like voiceover.
Yeah.
Girl. I'm saying girl because I'm looking right at you, Nita, when I said that. Like, girl, you already know I was geeking the freak out.
Nita, I'm gonna come to you next. Like,
Sorry.
did you get that? Did you get those same reminiscences going on? Because she hit a good point. They made his voice have that Starky
the sound and everything.
Yeah. What was
The
that
music.
one guy who I used to love to pick on? I can't think of his name right now, but I will. But tell me how this made you feel this moment, Nita.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I love seeing that the thing that took me was like, you know how their garments, the way that those big coats and stuff, ice being on there, like everything was just so nice. And yeah, I don't think a dragon would go into the cold because they got fire. Like, it feels like it's like, you know, cold and hot, oil and vinegar. Like, yeah, no, I'm full of, you know, fire. I'm not gonna go into the cold. So I just feel like it was just like a, you know, little mechanism like that. But at the same time, very nostalgia. I love the scene. I hated the news that Jace got when he was there. And
Yeah.
oh my God, I was like, I couldn't even imagine trying to get a raven and tell him the news of that. I was just like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
it was a really good scene. Really good scene.
Oh God, to me, like, it was so many great scenes. Moochie, how'd you feel about this one to start the episode off, basically?
I like the way this started off because this what got me excited from the beginning. I thought it was gonna start out with something crazy, but I like the fact that we saw the Stark family, and I thought we was gonna get more, and I hope we do. And the whole thing with the wall and nostalgia and stuff like that. So it was an enjoyable scene.
Very much so. Very much so.
I heard Cregan. I heard this is his last appearance on this season, but they're gonna bring him back for sure. But this was a nice little tease. So
yeah,
that's right.
But they might. You think they might age him up?
Gonna have to. They're gonna have to.
Because he looked kind of young.
Yeah, they're gonna have to age him up.
I don't really know his age like that, though, to be honest.
Either way, you know they're gonna work it out. They do a great job from inside out. They do an excellent job, right?
Yeah.
Now we gotta talk about our girl Rhaenyra. Lord, Miss K, Lord have mercy. This poor thing got to be. Careful.
Can we get an Emmy? Can we get an Emmy?
Yes, this actress needs an Emmy. She was flying around, Miss K, looking for the remains of her son, which she never really found. She found the remains of the damn dragon. She found his clothes, but she didn't find any of his body. And she was just torn up. She gets back, and then her son arrives, and that was them two crying. That shit got me. And I'm a grown ass man that don't get emotional, but to see him come back and know how much he obviously loved his brother. You saw the look on her face when they panned the camera to see the back of his head and her emotion. That is some damn good acting. So Miss K, tell me about her art and what must be going through her mind right now. And and she had her ceremony the same time that Alicent was having her prayer vigil for Luke.
Yeah. So she definitely, of course, vengeance is on her mind. But first she needed to know, just like Princess Rhaenys was trying to tell Daemon, like, she needs to know, like, it's not something that you want to believe until you see it, right? So even though she didn't see it, she found the dragon wing and she also found the cloak. So then they had their little ceremony. And she's been missing for this whole time because she's been basically just like, looking through all the shores, like trying to see what's going on. And when she comes back to the council, she's like, everybody's like, oh, we did this with the blockade. We have this, we have that. She's like, I want Vaemond Targaryen. Like, as if that's not even her blood. Like, she just spoke a whole nother person's name. Like, I want Vaemond Targaryen. Like, that's who I want. And you saw that look that Daemon was like, okay. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Yeah, say less. Went right into action. Because he was talking a little smart, talking about some, the queen, you know what I'm saying, is basically absent from her duties while the mother basically trying to say that she's not separating her queenly duties from her, being a mother. And so that brings me back to what you were saying, Lamont, about how the son Jace came in. He was really trying his hardest to keep with the duties of being the heir and telling the mom, listen, my queen, this is what happened. This is we secured these men, blah, blah, blah. But he was doing it through, like, he was almost crying. Like, he was about to break down. He couldn't hold it anymore. And so she's like, I feel like she's looking at him like, oh my gosh, like, I know you, look at you over there look at my boy trying to still be strong, trying to still be, dutiful. But I know this ain't easy. So, I mean, I cannot wait. I want to see her just go crazy. I'm sorry. It may not be the most healthiest thing, but, like, it's fire and blood at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
and I want to say something real quick. I'm sorry. I know I'm going hard. Because that chick, Alicent, sorry, Lamont, got to go back to Alicent. She was trying to make an excuse, even though she was over there lighting the candle. She almost looked like she was hesitant to say Lucerys Velaryon. She's lighting the candle, but before that, she tried to make an excuse to Otto about, no matter how horrible the crime was, like, he did lose an eye and it was never justified. Like, it was never, there were no ramifications for it.
Yeah,
like, are you kidding me? So, I'm so sorry for young Jacaerys, but not Jacaerys, but honey, y'all getting what's coming to you, especially you acting like it's like, you just gonna delete a queen's child and think it's not gonna be war. You must be crazy.
Off with your head.
Not only that, this was your best friend. Y'all grew up together. Like, and even to this day, both of them still got a little bit of love for each other. Like, they don't want to admit it. They sprinkle pieces of it in there. And even in last season, Alicent, when you still was fucking her daddy and doing her dirty, she still cared for you. Through all that, she still cared for you. And Moochie, I'll give it to you like this with Rhaenyra and what happened with her. Keep in mind, Moochie, she lost a child last season, the very last episode. She lost a baby. Then she loses her alive son. Moochie.
And her father. And you also have to keep in mind, right before that happened, they was all saying these nice words to each other and stuff like that. And they were trying to basically bring the family back together before that whole outburst happened. So it is a lot of mixed emotions there.
Yeah. Lamont, Lex is in the comments. She wants us to read the comments because she can't get back on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she's saying
All right.
that Jace is such a good and honorable boy. He's humble, not pompous, and truly a good boy. Cregan is truly a mystery, known to be good as well. I can't wait to get to know him. She also said that they're not going to age him up, and him and Jace are close in age. This is why I needed you, girl, because I could not remember in the last thing. Yeah, that last one right there.
She also says, my take on Ray. Her rage is unlocked. She has not had since her mom died. Allison is still fighting her inner evil. Notice who's truly rotten by their damn boy. That Lex, we need you to get your
apples.
internet. Go ahead.
The apple don't fall far from the tree. That's basically she's saying.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Jump on in here, Nita. Jump on in here, because boy, this Rhaenyra, she is due. She is due for a moment of peace that she's probably going to have to create.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I kind of gave my thoughts about it. I thought that she deserves an Emmy for this. She didn't say anything but 4 words this whole episode. I want Aemon Targaryen.
Yep.
And it was, I mean, she had the most powerful words that was spoken of the episode, the most meaningful words. And I feel so bad for her because in this whole thing, and Daemon being overzealous, sending these people out here to do his bidding, like for real, I feel like Aemon and Daemon, we need this whole little meetup, but they don't want to do it too fast, right? I know they want to build it up. But I feel like Daemon could have took on Aemon, but to send a botch assassination. I was just like, oh no. And they botched the whole thing. I feel like children are innocent. They should not be involved. But the whole thing was, do y'all think when Daemon gave the instructions for Aemon and they asked, what if we can't find him? And he didn't say anything. What was the consequence? Was it off screen? Did he say something? Or did they just take it in their hands to, we better not come home empty-handed, like one of those type things? Like,
let me tell you something about y'all smart black women. That was going to be the last thing I was going to say the whole day. That's my picture. What did he say? Literally.
Yes.
But we hear now, and I would love to hear Lex. Make sure you say something. We're going to go through the panel. Miss K, what do you think he said?
I think he did say whatever they did. I think that's what he said. I think that because of the conversation that they were having when Cheese had Helena by the neck with the knife, Blood was like, is that a son? It was like, you know what I'm saying? So it was more like, if you can't get Aemon, you have to get a son. Right. Like get the next heir or whatever. You know what I mean? So to me, that's what it was. I just think that it was kind of like a cut to type of situation, to where for people that didn't read the books, it was going to be a surprise for who it wind up being. It's one of those things where we're not supposed to see it. We got to see it play out.
Right.
So that's what I think.
What you think, Moochie? What did he say?
I think he was like, he's saying it, but he didn't say it. So I want to see what the reaction is gonna be when they come back and they find out it was the little boy. And I think he's gonna he's gonna deny it all. Like, I ain't tell you to do that. Like, it might. I want to know if it's gonna be something like that. I told you to take a son out, but not that one. Like, I want to know if it's gonna be something like that. Is he gonna walk it back?
Oh, well,
no,
speaking of that,
I think Daemon is way too arrogant.
No, yeah, he don't seem like
they're going to get into a dispute, him and Rhaenyra, over it though, because she gonna feel like he went too far.
Let me drop in the Lex. She said Daemon has seen his wife suffer. He's watched his niece suffer. He has suffered the most, to be honest. His brother and his birthright gone. Daemon said the Greens got to go.
The Greens got to go. And so do I, y'all. I done been here longer than I'm supposed to be.
It's always good we talking House of the
Yeah,
Dragon.
yeah.
Yes,
Miss
I love
K,
you guys.
All right.
we
Thank
will
you,
catch
Miss
you next
K.
time. Thank you for coming in and sacrificing. The audience is in your debt. The audience is in all these ladies' debt. Be sure to subscribe to her channel, y'all, for more.
Please. Love y'all.
All
Later.
right,
Bye.
later. So Nita, we've kind of given you some answers to this big question that we're gonna need to know next week. But we would be crazy if we forgot about who put this plan in place to go get Blood and Cheese. Let us not forget about Massaria, who has come back. She's basically the one that said, these are the two clowns you need to go get. And that's what Damon went and did. So Nita, I'll start with you. How did you feel about the way they sprinkle her back into this? And she's kind of the Viserys of Team Black. She gets all the whispers. She understands the things. She's giving people insight. What do you think about her role in sparking this plan to go and talk to Blood and Cheese?
Yeah, I mean, she's good for what she is good for. She keeps her ear to the street. She knows where to go and stuff like that. Those people are always valuable. She has the information that you need. And but the only thing is, she's not loyal. She's loyal to the highest bidder.
The bidder.
So whomever got the cash, she got the information. So
what
That's
you
why
think?
He wanted
Moochie?
to take her out.
Yeah.
He really wanted to take her out first because he thought that she was behind something. But once one of I get the twins mixed up, Nita.
I know, me
he
too.
He convinced him to let her live. And
right.
He benefited from it.
Definitely. Definitely. We could see that happening. But I'm gonna throw a curveball at y'all. I'm good for that. Damn, I got some mean pictures in my batter's box. I'm gonna tell y'all the two real reasons we about to go to war. It's not because of Alicent. It's not because of Rhaenyra. Nita mentioned it, and I was thinking to myself, is she gonna go ahead and say my whole theory? I haven't conversed with Nita behind the scenes, y'all, and I'm thinking she about to say the whole theory. The reason we about to go to war is because of two individuals they're making decisions, but they're not the people that are making the end decision. We about to go to war because of this Negro right here, Aemon and Daemon. It's really about Aemon and Daemon why we about to go to war. Yeah. Because this fool who wanted to be the king, and now his brother who don't want to be the king is sitting on the throne messing up stuff. He goes back and tells everybody that he killed Luke on purpose because he has this zeal, this lust to be the most feared Targaryen in the land. And then he wants to be Daemon. Right. He wants to be Daemon so bad. And Nita, you hit the nail on the head. So I'm going to give you the floor back. Do you think I'm okay to say that these two are really the reason we about to go to war?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said I want them to duke it out, but I know we got to build this tension. We got to build it to a point that we just cannot wait. We are like chomping at the bit. It's almost like how the Hound in the Mountain, how we wanted that face off. I want that face off with Daemon and Aemon, and he's vying to be Daemon 2.0. Like he's trying to be this generation's Daemon. He wants his name since he's a second son. These second sons, they have a big chip on their shoulder and they have a lot to prove. And he's two sides. They're two sides of the same coin. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
I'm gonna throw this at you, Moochie. I gotta throw something at you. Now I can't give you the same old question. I gotta remix it a little bit. Okay,
remix.
Just don't call me Puffy. I don't remix and shit like that. Okay, but I'm remixing it for you. Now, Moochie, I'm gonna tell you what the showrunner said. Okay, about Daemon and Aemon. This fight between them two better happen sooner rather than later, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the showrunner said this season, and as time progresses, Daemon is getting fatter, slower, and less cognitive. That's what the showrunner said about Daemon this season. So if these two gonna fight, you don't want to let little Sid Vicious chin here go longer because he might be able to destroy Daemon, and not to mention he's got the biggest dragon in the land. So Moochie, talk to me about that. And remember, Daemon went to the auntie and said, look, you get on your dragon, I'm gonna get on my dragon, and let's go take Vhagar out. And she was like, pump your brakes, bro. Pump
You're
your
not the
brakes.
Did the queen?
Exactly.
Did the queen say so?
Jump on in there, Moochie. Floor is yours.
Well, we got these two alpha males that they're gonna be going at it. That's what the urgency was for now. That explains everything why he was already on go, because he know he probably don't have much time. You know, when you're not as sharp as you used to be. Yeah. So he probably want to nip this in the bud now while he know he got all his strength there. I don't care how big his dragon is, me and you could go get this. That's why he's on go like this so much. But I'm surprised. I figured he was gonna do that whole thing a different way when he went there, but you know, it went down the way it went down. Like when he snuck over there to get Blood and Cheese to do his dirty work, I thought it was gonna go down different, but you know, it is what it is, and now he has to deal with the consequences.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Damn right. And I'll get you ladies out of here on this. We've talked so much about this show and what happened. We didn't talk about King Aegon. What can I say?
Nothing. He likes
he is. Yes, he's a fuck up. And Nita, does he remind you of Joffrey a little bit? He don't listen to the hand. And that first scene when he brought his son down there and was letting the son just run amok, doing whatever you want to do. Then they had the scene where people was coming and, you know, confessing their needs and wants from him, and he wasn't even getting that right. Does this king remind you of Joffrey from Game of Thrones?
Actually, I'm gonna throw you a curveball because I thought that he reminded me more of Joffrey in season 1. I could see him going through this whole little the kingship. I thought he was going to be entitled. Yes, he is entitled, but he is not sadistic. He does not have that sadistic and psychopath nature just yet. Season 1, he had it. He's out there graping the handmaids and the people, and he's, you know, masturbating in the wind. And I had him. He was a drunk. I had him on course to be a Joffrey, but in this episode, they showed him to be a little different. He was kind-hearted, you know, he was loving towards his son, and it was, you know, so it kind of threw me for a loop. So I like that they built the little complexities in his character where he's not one note, if that makes sense. But now that what has gone on, the blood and cheese of it all, baby, we may see full on Joffrey. We may see it.
Oh yeah, damn. I could see that happening now, because now you don't tip the scale with this one.
Yeah,
that was his pride and joy. You could see that when he walked in the room with him. That boy could do no wrong. That's his baby. That was Golden Boy. Golden Boy is gone. We're gonna see the rise of a lunatic.
Absolutely.
And
I see that being the thing that just kind of just
tips him over.
We're gonna see the switch get. Soon as he's told what happened, watch how that switch get turned on.
One special note, because I haven't had time to do like trailer breakdowns and stuff like that, is that the regular folk, the common folk, are going to be a big to-do in this season.
Oh yeah.
One thing that they talked about at the small council table was how there's a blockade at sea thanks to Corlys, and supplies and things can't get in there, and the common folks is going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The common folk gonna have to make a decision who they gonna serve.
I'm just remembering what happened with King's Landing when they did that.
Yes, and Joffrey got that shit in his face.
Mm-hmm. They was throwing number 2 at them and everything.
Mm-hmm. And we liable to get number 2 thrown. We liable to get period pads thrown. We liable to get everything thrown.
Tomatoes, everything.
Tomatoes, all of that. They probably won't throw the food.
because they
Right.
need
No, they
We
can't.
need the
They
food.
can't throw
they need the
food.
food, so they'll throw the bodily fluids.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Look, ladies, it's been fun. I can't wait to do these a little more. I hate that we only got 8 episodes. For real?
Yeah, but
For
this
real?
one that's coming is going to be a very long episode.
Yeah, 72
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, y'all won't see me with this crew for probably about 2 weeks because me and my wife got to handle some professional and personal business over the next 2 weeks. But I will be back with this crew in July. You might see me and my wife, depending upon if we can get some time in. But we'll be watching, we'll be commenting, we'll be checking in on these ladies. Let us know what you think. And I'm going to go around the panel one more time to find out, are they team green or are they team black? And I'm going to make sure I lay it on thick. So I'm going to start. Oh, Lord, she done told it. So I'm going to go to you, Moochie. I'm going to give you my compelling argument, Moochie. My compelling argument for why you should be team green if you're not.
what? Okay, go
Nina,
ahead. I'll listen.
In defense of the Greens, I try to do it every time I recap this. I want somebody to defend the Greens, please.
You only got one
I'm here.
person.
I'm
She only
here.
got one person.
Ray is in the comments. He's team green, y'all.
No, he was on
Okay.
the panel yesterday, so yeah, he spoke up for them. Hey, Ray.
What up, Ray? Appreciate you, big homie. I'm speaking to you and your clan right now because there are a lot of team greens out there. Okay. So, Moochie, I'm going to try to convince you, and I want to hear your answer afterwards. Look, Allison was one of these kids that was raised to be super proper, into the church, and all that shit. And you know how those kids turn out when you make them resist the audacity of the flesh. The audacity of the flesh. Okay. It becomes repressed desires, and oftentimes it comes out in a very, very violent manner. Very, very violent. At one point in time, it seemed like she had love for Rhaenyra in a way that lesbians love each other, and they shot that shit down pretty quick. Okay,
I did see that.
So
I didn't see that, but okay.
I saw that. I
Nita,
did.
thank you, Nita.
They were all
Thank
up
you,
in
Nita.
each other's face,
Thank
baby,
you, Nita.
laying
Thank you,
girl,
Nita.
It was a lot.
Yes, thank you, Nita. And love notes and shit. Thank you, Nita. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so Moochie, given that backdrop, given the pain Allison has gone through, she's lost her husband, she's lost a best friend. She has now lost a grandchild, a very cute, badass grandchild, but a grandchild nonetheless. Nonetheless. So please tell me why you would be against anybody and their organization who has lost that much.
How she got it? She knows this isn't. That's not her birthright. This is Rhaenyra's birthright. At the end of the day, the door was promised to her, and she did she finagled some nonsense. So I can't stand with this.
Yeah.
I can't stand with green. I
Yeah.
stand with
Moochie,
black.
but was it Allison's fault or was it Otto Hightower's fault?
Well, in the beginning, it was Otto because he did manipulate her in the beginning. But once the whole eye incident happened and that whole knife scene with her and Rhaenyra, that's all her from that point on.
Yeah,
that's all her. Even her father was proud of how she stepped up finally.
Yeah,
that's her from that point on. Yeah. That is Allison.
And her wearing that green gown to the
said it all.
No, she's not a Targaryen. She for herself. She's usurping the throne just because she was able to give him a male heir when he had already. He is the king. He could say whatever the hell he want. What Otto and what Allison did, they abused the patriarchy and the precedent of the male heir being, and they did not respect Viserys's rule, what he wanted, and what he groomed. He groomed Rhaenyra to be the heir. So yeah, absolutely not. I'm not with the usurpers. No.
And another thing, he didn't even groom his sons to even be prepared for the throne.
Right.
That's just why this one was bringing a little baby in there. He's like, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to start from the beginning. My son is coming in here, but he didn't live long enough to get to the point. So he thought he was going to start a new thing with letting his son know what goes on, the inner workings from the beginning. Even though you're too young, you're going to sit here and you're going to get used.
You're going to know that this is a part of your duties. You got
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He was teaching them. He kind of doubled down on what his father didn't do, and he wished that he did do.
Right. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, there ain't nobody on this panel that's Team Green. Team Green got a lot of work they're going to have to do to convince this panel.
And Surf Gordon ain't gonna do it.
That episode did it with that. Once he was eating the box and rolling in the throwing it in a circle
and look, and the sad thing is,
bad start.
And the sad thing is, when he was eating the box the first time, she even told him, "Look, we can't keep doing this," because she was starting to feel a little conscious about what she was doing. Right.
She's double-minded.
She's
very double-minded.
Behind all them years, smelling all of the infection, and she had to stomach that through how many children? And that was her first piece of tail.
Yeah. She gonna be on that thing every day, all day.
Wait a minute,
the closest thing is Laris rubbing her feet. And she was disgusted with that. She looked like she was throwing up in her own mouth when that was going on.
Yeah.
But it feels good, but I can't take looking at them.
Yeah. That's kind of what men say when we say face down, ass up type thing. Just. But Christian Cole, I still believe some of his behavior is motivated because I think he still has a soft spot for Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah.
Now he's upset. Right. Thank you, Nita. He's very bitter.
Yeah.
Do you ever see him somewhere out and about and him and Rhaenyra are together where he could take her out and he'll let her survive? And I'll let y'all leave on that. Because we could do this for 3 hours, honestly. But
do I see him flip-flopping again?
Not flip-flopping per se, but allowing
showing her mercy.
Yes,
I could see that happening. But the question is, would she try to take him out? Because I could see her doing that too, huh?
He's very reckless. He is a wild card that needs to be eliminated, y'all. I'm telling you, all of the things that he's done, Joffrey at the wedding, and this whole thing, he's not protecting the realm. He's not taking him seriously. And heads need to roll. Like Crispy need to be on a roller getting rolled up. No.
Do y'all see Aemond being upset at Christian? Because if he was supposed to be helping protect that room, the king might say, Aemond, go down there and teach this young whippersnapper a thing or two about missing his post. Can y'all see that happening?
It needs to happen.
The question is he going to try to blame it on somebody else? Because he's supposed to be. How did they get all the way through there?
Yeah, he's in charge, right?
I'm still messed up by the part that they walked right past Aegon,
right past the king,
past the king.
Yeah,
it was like Dumb and Dumber right there.
Right, so and the whole security was flawed. Like, what is going on? Where are
it was just people? Like he was chilling with his homeboys on the school steps. That's what it looked like.
Exactly. That's what it was. It was him. So now, with this is going to put the King's Guard on high alert. This is going to be Larry's. I'm gonna call him Larry's Liquorfoot. He is going to be basically in the King's ear saying, "Otto did this. Otto didn't set you up for success. This is why I need to be the hand, because I would have fortified your security forces and you would not have lost a child."
Oh yeah, he's gonna play it to his advantage. He's very manipulative. And
Damn
he's gonna be like, see, when you was indisposed, I was trying to get in touch with you that there was a threat going on, but you were
Love it.
inexposed with whomever you
Yep.
were.
Yep.
It's
Love
gonna be
it.
some nonsense like that.
That's
And
it.
they gonna put it together that they was alone too. So is he gonna suffer the consequences because of that? Because he did break his vow now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Everybody's gonna know it. Before with Rhaenyra, they didn't know. It was always a possibility. People insinuated that things was going on with them too.
Right.
Right.
This is
Right.
concrete
Right.
proof because he wasn't on, he
On his
got
post.
caught slipping on his job.
Yeah.
He was on duty, but it was booty
He
duty.
was on booty, not duty.
He was on booty.
Yeah, he was
Y'all-
on booty, not duty.
Yes, he was. Y'all post your comments, man. Let's see what these sisters got going on their channel. Nita, what do you got going on your channel the rest of the week that the audience can look forward to?
Yes, definitely got more reality talk TV, Love and Marriage Huntsville, The Shy Power Book 2 Ghost. And I definitely want to do a movie review. So I want to get out there and do a movie review. I haven't done one in a long time. I know we did Bad Boys Ride or Die, but I want to do like one of my little solo ones I used to do back in the day. If y'all want them, y'all let me know in the comments if you want them. So
Yeah, man. She does great jobs on those. Like I keep telling her this over and over again. Some of my best and most favorite moments of this year was when I did movie reviews with Nita. We did the one with Bobby Millie Brown. Got my year started off to a great start from Netflix with a dragon in it, by the way, y'all, in case you want to see it. And it was good.
mhm.
And then we just did Bad Boys, and we brought in Moochie, who went and saw the movie the
Yeah.
night before so that she could come in and throw
Mhm.
in, drop her hammers all over the
Yeah.
place. So
Only
all
how
of
she
these
can do
sisters,
it.
exactly. So Moochie, what you got going on your channel this week so that everybody can be prepared and make sure them notifications is on to get ready?
Interview with a Vampire, Mayor Kingstown, and of course The Shy and Ghost Book 2. I'm catching up with everything, so please keep y'all notifications on. We're gonna be doing a first reaction on Friday night at 1:15. So we coming on hot and giving our first takes on it. So make sure y'all tune in. Nita will be there, and it's gonna be a panel, and we're gonna get it in that night. We're gonna have fun like we do watching it together and then reacting.
Yeah.
All
That's what's
right.
up.
All right.
All right.
Ew.
Well, y'all will see something from me here and there. It won't be anything regimented or scheduled because my schedule is about to get hectic for 2 weeks. But just know I'm here. and
Yeah.
I'll be dropping
Enjoy
in
your
here and
time
there.
off.
Yeah,
Lamar.
look, it's all right to unplug sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta
Oh,
unplug
definitely.
and spend family
Mhm.
time.
Oh, yeah. And I got me a son now, y'all, that's walking. So,
That's
yeah.
walking.
Walking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now he's ready. He's gone
Yes.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my
Happy
guy.
Juneteenth, y'all. Tomorrow's
Happy Juneteenth. That's
Juneteenth.
right.
Yes.
Don't forget to celebrate it. Until that next Sex is Hell video, y'all, we out.
Later.
Later.